Shout out to young Omar for donating the mic and making this happen. I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it, man. The setup is nice. Hopefully I'm getting this right. Hopefully. So the first thing, actually, I got a little story I got to tell you, man. I'll tell you what, it took me about 2 hours to set this up, dealing with the mic and all, figuring it out. And it almost rained. It looks like it's still about to rain. Hopefully we don't get rained out here. But man, shout out to Omar for making this happen, baby. Shout out to the young boy, OG Omar, baby. I appreciate it, buddy. Glad you believed in the process. Glad you believed in the kid, man. But it's the Lucas Shirley show. It's the Lucas Shirley show. Welcome. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this day. Shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs for that dub. Hopefully we carry it all the way, back again to the Super Bowl. I got this wine, this like little wine thing, and my mom got me, and it's like it's for the Super Bowl or whatever. But I'm not gonna open it if we don't win. If we win again, I'm gonna freaking open it and drink my ass off. But if we don't, I'm just going to keep it, and hopefully we're not like the Royals. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. We're not like the Royals where we just have 2 good years. Anyways, I don't think that's going to happen. But anyways, man, on the way here, I'll tell you what, I had to use the restroom so bad. And I went into a gas station, and it's like, I saw this guy waiting outside of the waiting outside of the restroom, and I looked at him, and I could just see the worrisome and the stress on his face, and I was like, that guy's got a shit. So he was waiting, and he was a worker there, so I knew he was like waiting, kind of like coming back and forth, because I've done that too. So I just went in the woman's bathroom. I didn't care, I don't care. It's 2020, so I guess I'd get away with it. Which, by the way, I am all about having all unisex bathrooms, but I'll tell you what, I think the minute that we have that men and women start sharing the same bathroom, women are going to start protesting, being like, fuck this, I am out, because because I'll tell you what, once they realize how disgusting and gross us men are, and how big of a dumps we take, I think they'll be out. I think they'll be like, yep, nope, there's 2 genders, there's 2 bathrooms, let's get it straight. I do not want to go to the bathroom with these monsters. These monsters. I tell you what, we are monsters, man, because I take about 6 shits a day, man. That's not normal. I need to get it checked out. But as I was saying, what was I talking about? Shits, women, the unisex bathrooms. Unisex bathrooms. But it's gonna come back to me. It's gonna come back because there's something else I had to say about that little thing. No, there definitely is. They're gonna go back on it and be like, fuck this, I'm not shitting with these monsters, dude. Hey, oh yeah, every time I go into a woman's bathroom, it is so fucking nice. Like, ladies, I give it up too, man. You guys keep it freaking nice in there. I go in there, there's a mirror, and I'm like, I'm checking myself out. Like, there's an extra mirror in here, bro. Are you serious? And then it's just, there's no fucking, dude, you ever been to a bathroom, ladies? I don't know if you've experienced this, but men, I know you have, where you go to the bathroom, there's like shit, there's like fecal matter, and there's piss all over the toilet because people don't know how to aim. I don't know what that means. I don't know how you don't know how to pee in the toilet or lift the toilet seat up and just aim correctly. I don't know if you have like a really small genitalia and you just can't aim it, or you just can't aim, dog. It's okay. It's okay to say you can't aim. But I would rather not wipe the seat off so I could put my ass cheeks. I raw butt it. Unless it's a disgusting bathroom, I raw butt it. Boom. Dear diary, I just admitted it to you. Sorry, not sorry. Good way to catch crabs. But anyways, or Corona. But anyways, yeah, ladies, you guys keep it nice. I appreciate that. It shows the difference, how we are a lot different from each other. It's kind of weird. But I wanted to talk about words today. I wanted to talk about words and how it affects you negatively and how it affects you positively. Um, I picked up this book at Barnes and Noble, and I started just reading it, and I skipped like the intro because like it just some books, a lot of books in general, you have to kind of like you got to get through the boring intro at first and all that. I just wanted to get into it, so I looked at a chapter that looked familiar and it said words, and I started reading into it, and it kind of seemed like a spiritual type of book. I loved the point that it got across. It was just basically saying that like, you know, whatever you say and put into existence, it is like 90% probably going to happen. You know what I mean? Like if you sit there and you just say, my mom works at a hospital, and she would always tell me, like, the people who are always paranoid all the time and are always like telling themselves, like, oh, I'm sick. I feel like I'm sick. I don't feel too good. Well, I mean, and I know everyone's done this where they wake up or they're gonna go to school or go to work or go to class or whatever, and they're just like, oh, I don't feel good. You didn't feel good like before you went to bed. Like you literally had it in your mind that you didn't feel good and you just didn't want to go. You know what I mean? And then you end up actually having a headache. You ever had that happen? I know you guys have, or where you end up actually having like a headache or a stomach ache later because you totally convinced yourself that you were sick, so that way you could get out of work or whatever. And that happens with everyone. And but if you get up and you say, no, I'm fine, I'm gonna do this, I got this test, I got this date, I'm gonna dude, I'm gonna impress this girl, I'm gonna impress this guy, you know uh, it's most likely to happen because you're putting it into existence. Like I say, and back to what my mom says, she's like, a lot of those people are dead now. She does echoes on people, and she's like, a lot of those people died a lot early, and they were always paranoid. They always were telling themselves they were sick, and they ended up being sick. Now, I'm not trying to, offend anybody who has maybe a condition or something, but I do think it is true that if you're just telling yourself that you're sick and you're negative and all this, all the time, it's gonna happen. I was also looking at this other video. I forgot his name. My buddy showed it to me last night. Shout out Gustavo. Shout out the young Gio Gustavo. It was basically is the guy who wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it. Or seen the reviews on it, and this guy said, basically he had his friend's dad who was the rich dad, and then his dad was the poor dad. And it kind of goes along with what I'm saying about words. Is like his rich dad or his poor dad would say, "Oh, I can't afford that." And how many of you, people who are like, raised middle class or anything lower than that, just like me, who their parents said, "I can't afford it. I can't afford that." And hey, maybe it was good so they didn't spoil your fat ass, but anyways, but yeah, they definitely they should have kept me away from the Reese's. I'll tell you that. Anyways, but telling yourself I can't afford that. That's what his poor dad would say. His rich dad would say, how can I afford that? And that blew my fucking mind, man. Like that really blew my mind because I was like, what? Like how? Because most people say like, if I can't afford it, I'm not gonna do it. But rich dad would say, how can I afford that? And think about it. You say, how can I do this? How am I gonna pass this test? How am I gonna go talk to that girl? How am I gonna go, get this job? How am I gonna do this? When you tell yourself that, then you start to create ideas and solutions to your problems in your head. And then you figure out these problems with your solutions because you're positively telling yourself, you're using your words and saying, how can I do it? Not, oh, I can't do that. Because the minute you say you can't do that, you shut your mind off. You shut your mind off from it. Oh, no, I literally can't do that. I literally can't do that, man. No, I'm serious. I've tried a couple times. I can't do it. Dude, you've tried twice, man. You know how many times I was terrible at something? Like, I am 100% terrible. I shouldn't be saying this because of words, but it is, I am 100% terrible at everything I try. Everything I've ever tried at first, I've never been that, because there's some people, man, who they pick something up and boom, it's natural to them. It's natural right away. And They're just good at it. Some people are like that. But most people like me or you, whoever's listening or watching, you pick something up, you're not going to be good at it right away. That's just life. That's just facts. But the more you keep trying, the more you keep trying, the more you keep telling yourself, using your words, hey, I can do this. I'm going to get this one day. This is going to happen. Just like this podcast. We're already number one in America, baby. We're already, number two. Joe Rogan's probably number one. But we're already number two in America, baby. Number one in my book. My mom thinks I'm number one. But, facts. But anyways, no, and seriously, sorry, I'm trying to stay on topic. My dad watched this, and he told me, hey, man, I watch your podcast, but you need to stay on topic. Just glad he watched it, but, thank you, Daddy. Glad you watched it. Didn't think you'd watch it. But, no, he's online too much. But back to what I was saying, getting off topic. Your words are power. We're the only animal. We're animals. We're monkeys, man. We're monkeys. We're gorilla. Look at me. I look like a fucking gorilla, dude. We are animals. Animals cannot talk. We're the only animals that can talk. Think of how powerful that is. Think of how powerful it is. Have you ever noticed people who say negative shit? They bring you down. We all know that person that you hang out with, or you just see at a party, you see at a social gathering. They just say stuff to really bring you down. Really just, they talk like this, and they're, man, I'm just being honest, and they're just real fucking negative, man. And those people, they're using their words. They're using their words to bring you down. And guess what? I guarantee you felt like crap when hanging out with them, when they used their words to bring you down. How powerful were those words? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words, bullshit. They hurt. Words hurt, dude. I'd rather get punched in the fucking face. I've got my face broken. I've got in the face. I would rather have that 100 times over than to be told by someone I love something that they can't take back. Or I would rather, vice versa, I'd rather punch my friend in the face than to tell him something terrible about himself or herself. And that stays in their mind, man. That word, what you said to them stays in their mind forever. Actions, that's a different story. Actions speak louder than words. But words mean a lot. It's true, But back to contradict that, there are people that they're the opposite of that. They always have something positive to say. If they do want to tell you something that might seem negative, because there's a difference between being just negative and telling someone the truth. Sometimes you gotta tell your friends the truth a lot, and you gotta be honest with your friends, because it's just being a good friend. But you tell them in a way that's positive. There's always you give them the positive, dude. You're looking good, man. You're doing good. But dude, I'm gonna be honest. Your cardio sucks, bro. Your cardio, you get winded in 2 seconds during the second set. Sorry, I had to bring my douchebaggery in a little bit, but that's a good example. Lifters, they're some honest people. They're very. They'll tell you, man, you're looking really good, man. But dude, by the third or fourth set, working out with you, you're winded, bro. Speaking of wind, man, I hope that wind doesn't fuck up the audio. But that's just something that I was thinking about. Friends, man. Friends, that goes hand in hand with it. You hang around some shitty people, you're going to feel like crap. You're going to feel, it's just, we all know it. I don't even want to talk about that. Oh, man, you know what I wanted to tell you guys? What the fuck is going... Sorry, I'm getting off topic again, but hey. It's my third video. Suck my dick. Sorry, I curse a lot. Maps, dude. What the fuck is up with maps, man? I know where to go to get here, but I wanted to know the fastest route. And how come it never takes you the fastest route? It only takes you to buttfuck nowhere, where everyone's fucking their cousins in Egypt. No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Egypt. I didn't mean that. In Kentucky, I'm so sorry. I have family in Kentucky. In West Virginia, the butt fuck out of Arkansas in West Virginia, where everyone's doing each other in the mountains, okay? Where everyone's doing that. Why does it want to take me through there, loop around, and then go to the part that I already know how to get? No, I hit you up so that way, you're a computer. You should know how to get there quick. You shouldn't take me to frickin' Egypt and back. You shouldn't take me to the Hills Have Eyes where they got deformed faces because they're fucking their cousins and back. Okay? Fuck, man. Ugh. Piss me off, dude. I was like, why am I taking a right for? Why am I taking a right? I know how to get there. I already know people in the comment section. Well, if you already know how to get there. Well, I wanted to know a faster way that I didn't know. But no. Had to take me to buttfuck nowhere. To buttfuck Arkansas. Speaking of Arkansas, me and my buddy actually drove down to Arkansas. Beautiful place. Like, Arkansas gets a really bad rep. Because, like, the cousin fucking thing. Which, is that even... It might be a thing. But is that even, like, a real thing in Arkansas? You know what I mean? Maybe, I mean, I'm sure it's a thing everywhere, but maybe it's like a thing, like, I don't know. It just didn't seem like whatever, I don't know. It's beautiful. It is beautiful in Arkansas, man. We drove there to go to Whataburger, and I'll tell you what, it was okay. It was okay. Shout out to Patty Mahomes. Love you, bro. I know you're a big MGK fan. Shout out to Patty Mahomes, but, man, or I guess MGK. But why? I get you're from Texas. You like Whataburger. Whataburger is delicious. The burger was amazing, but the fry and the ketchup. They have like their own ketchup. Top tier, baby. Top tier. But the fries were not that good. They were like cardboard. And I had a patty melt. I went up to two fat guys. I'm sure they were pissed off because they knew that I went up to them because they're huge, man. I mean, we're right across. We're at a gas station right across the street from Whataburger. We got there. I'm looking around. I see 130 pounds, 145 pounds, crackhead. Oh, two fat guys. Hey, dude. I know you eat a lot. Clearly, what do I get? I didn't say that, but I'm sure that's what it seemed like. But I just wanted... They're the first guys well, they weren't the first guys I saw. I did kind of single them out. I'm not going to lie. I was a bit prejudiced right there. They're big guys. You know they go there. Come on. And, I went over and asked him. He told me to get the patty melt. Fuck that thing. That thing is way too much cheese, dog. Ugh. But the burger was a great trip, especially with my buddy. Shout out to T-Money. Shout out to T-Money for the road trip, baby. Shout out to T-Money's dad for figuring out where to go. Because we almost went to Oklahoma. We almost went to Okie from Muskogee. We almost went to Oklahoma, dude. But then we found one closer in Arkansas, so we went to Arkansas. But it was still good, man. It was still, it was a fun little, a waste of a Sunday, or whenever we went. Had nothing else to do, But, yeah, it was still pretty good. Man, I pretty much talked about all I wanted to talk about, but I still want to keep going, we're only 18 minutes in. Shit. I'm so glad it cleared up. My God, I'm so glad it cleared up. I was going to be so pissed if it started raining, especially I just got this mic. Shout out to the OG Omar. Sorry, I got to do that, man. Shout out to the OG Omar. OGs know me, low key. Be a rapper. No, I'm not. No, but words are seriously a big thing. Through my day, if I think negatively, I really try to just say positive things, man. Say positive things. And try to just stay positive through the day. I was at work the other day, man, and dude, it sucks with this whole corona thing because, it's weird because nowadays you can't, I know we're not supposed to, shake each other's hands anymore, but some people lean in for a handshake. Some people, it's like we're on the same page. We're telegraphically hi, nice to meet you. Because you don't want to shake their hand because you don't know what, You don't know what he has. But I don't. It's weird. I miss seeing people's smiles. Um, which I see it in their eyes if people are happy. You can tell people's eyes that they're happy or not. But like, I miss seeing smiles, man. I miss seeing. I don't want to see a. I don't want to see like a little mask. Like maybe I got a mask, a little mask smile. You know what I mean? Like a little. What's corniest? No, I want to see a ting. I want to see a little sparkle right there, baby. Because I love seeing people happy, man. It makes me happy when I see people happy. When I see kids running around with their moms laughing, just people talking to each other in general and smiling and laughing. I miss hugs, man. I miss giving people hugs, dude. And I don't mind the fist bump. I've always done a fist bump. You can't do the gangster shake no more. No more gangster shake. No more gangster shake anymore, because that's a no-no with the corona, I guess. But the fist bumps are cool, so we got to do a little something, man. But I like I miss hugs, man. And I didn't give a shit the other day. A girl said, a girl I work with told me her family member died, and I just I saw it, you could tell she was in shock. You could really tell, she just was kind of looking down, and she's usually not like that. She was looking down and kind of sad. And I said, hey, what's wrong with you? She goes, I'm just in shock right now. I just found out that my relative, I'm not gonna say what, I'm not gonna be specific, but my relative passed away, and I was like, I am so sorry. I stopped it and gave her. I used to be terrible with bad news, and I just realized, just shut up and just give the person a hug. And I came up to her, I gave her the tightest, these big arms I got, wrapped them around her, tight hug, and I could tell she felt a lot better. And I gave her a second one. I said, no, come back in, and gave her the tightest hug I could, because, man, the times that I felt down when my grandma or something, yeah, I'm a big grandma's boy. Fuck you. My mamaw. Shout out to mamaw. Shout out to mamaw for chunking me up as a kid, keeping me near the Reese's and the pizza. But seriously, giving someone a hug just means so much. Smiling means so much, And it's crazy during this time, with the protest and just all what's going on. People are so cooped up. We're not seeing people smile. We're not giving hugs like we used to. We're not shaking hands like we used to. We're kind of just, walking around like zombies, just, going through Target, just doing that. Oh, shouldn't say Target. Going through Walmart. Oh, no, shouldn't say. Whatever. Going through Target or Walmart or Kmart, whatever, like that, and not even acknowledging other people. I still see it. I still see it like the old ways, but there's just too much of people just, I don't even know what to think about this whole thing. Seriously, this virus, but I just hope that, I love being at this park right now, because right now I'm seeing these people walking by, I'm seeing people smiling, no one has a mask on, no one's, people are hugging each other, people aren't giving a shit, people are just happy, and honestly, I think that's what you need, man. I personally think keeping us locked down and cooping us up, I think it's going to kill us, man. I think, we're going to go crazy. Something worse is going to happen. If something worse happens, people are going to be even more nuts, more, just more violence, more freaking, the suicide rate is up right now, like crazily up, because people are cooped up. They don't have nothing to do, And so many businesses are going under. It's crazy, man. I don't know. And you know what? This is nothing new to talk about. I just want to do a little relapse on it, because, man, it's something you guys got to hear. You guys got to hear that, yes, this virus is bad, and yeah, we might not know much about it, but at this point, if you are doing fine, you're feeling fine, you're taking your vitamin D, and you're taking your vitamins, you're healthy, I don't know, man. We just need to get out and smile and hug each other and just love each other, and I think we'll get through this, man. Not to sound hippie-ish, but seriously, dude, that's what you need to do, man. The more we have of that, the more we have of that, the better off we're going to be. And that's just facts. That is just factual information. But yeah. See, I love embarrassing myself on this podcast, and then people look over and see what the fuck I'm doing, and I'm just being me. Man, shout out to all the people commenting, all the friends, all the love I have. Seriously, shout out to Tanner Smith. Shout out to Tanner Lucas. Shout out to T Money. Shout out to Quentin Windoffer, baby. Yeah, I'm saying your names, saying your government names. How do you feel? Your government names. I'm saying them. Shout out to you guys for the love, man. Shout out to Omar, OG Omar. Shout out to Morgan. Shout out to, shout out to everyone just supporting me. Shout out to Tanner Luker's dad, Jack Reacher. Shout out to Jack Reacher for the negative comments and hurt my feelings, calling me chubby. Because you know what? That just makes me better. I appreciate it, man. No, I'm kidding, man. If you watch another one, I'm not going to tell you about this. I'll let you figure it out because that means you actually took your time out of your day to watch my podcast, so I appreciate it. I will say you are one of my biggest role models, just how positive you are and how you're tough as nails, and just you seeing you being a good father figure to my friend, it's inspirational. But screw off. Anyways, shout out to Cole. Shout out to everyone who's supporting me. Shout out to my boy Charles, man. Shout out to my boy Charles for making the intro, for hooking me up, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to Martian, bro. Marty the fucking Martian. Shout out to Martian. I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. You're gonna see a lot of all of my friends. Martian, man. You are an OG, dude. I got Marty in the lab right now making me a beat for this podcast, so you guys be ready, dude. I told him, I said, just make it as me as possible. Make it as me as possible, man. I trust you, because this dude is going to blow up, man. I'm telling you. This dude is going to blow up. He's going to blow. I'm telling you. There's no way, no freaking way he's not. Shout out to Nate. Appreciate you, dog. Man, dude. Shout out to everyone. I love y'all, seriously. Such a beautiful day, man. 30 minutes, man. I want to keep going. I want to get to 45 minutes. I know I'll probably bore you guys, but, go if you haven't yet, please go and follow my page, Lucas Shirley 14 on Instagram. I'm thinking about, man, I'll tell you what, I'm really thinking about growing the hair back, man. I used to have this long, luscious surfer dude hair, and, sorry, they have a mind of their own. It's like a tail. Shout out to the long hair keeping me looking sexy over the years. Seriously, dude, I think I might have to grow that hair out. I might get a little more publicity, I think, if I got the long hair. And it's just more me. It's more my personality. But I also like the short hair better. From a business perspective, I think I look a little more professional. But at the same time, long hair fits me very well, and I think the energy I give off, people understand that. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about energy, man. Let's talk about energies inside people, energies inside places, energies, everywhere, man. It's weird. When you go somewhere, you could just tell there's a disturbance in the force. You could tell that something is not sitting right. And people who've been around violence as a kid, or been around just aggressive people, or just drunks and fights, or just violence in general, I think those kids, those people when they grow up, they have more of an instinct for telling where to go and where not to go, because I'll be in some places, man, or I'll be downtown in Westport, or I'll just be anywhere, and it didn't even matter where, dude. You could go into a place and you just, like Wolverine, just smell and feel in your stomach. You feel in your stomach like, ooh, there's a bad tension in this bar. There's a bad tension in here, man. And every time, damn well, everyone who's listening, every time that you did not trust your gut, something bad happened. Something bad happened. It's crazy the energies that you can feel, and you have that gut feeling that I should not be here right now. I need to get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out of Dodge. And that is a human instinct, man. It's an animalist instinct that we get from animals, dude. I really believe that. But it's I love it. I love it because I feel it every day of my life. I feel it every day. I feel good and bad vibes from people. People. There's times when you're talking to people and you're just like, this person does not sit right with me. They didn't say anything to offend me. They didn't say anything impolite. But there's just something not right about them. Something not okay about them. And you take that, and in the times that you let those people in your life, you were right. You were always right. Or if you have a friend telling you, man, I get terrible vibes from that guy. Listen to your friend, dude, especially if it's a close friend, because I've had people do that to me, and they tell me, dude, I don't like that guy. And almost every time they were right. Almost every time they were fucking right, dude. And energies and houses and places, it's just different. It's just so different. Like right now at this park, you could just say, here's a great example. I was at a park by my house, by my apartment the other day, and I was walking around, and I go inside, I walking around, and instantly I felt this wonderful vibe, wonderful feeling, and I look over to the right of me, and there's what's it called, a recital? So a wedding recital. That's like after the wedding, right? I don't know. I don't plan on getting married. That sounds horrible, but not for everybody. But seriously, I look over, there's a wedding, everyone's smiling, everyone's happy. I felt that energy from a mile away, man. Coming to the park, I felt how happy it was, and the energy just surrounding me, man. Just surrounding me and feeling that great vibe. And sure enough, I look over and there's a fucking wedding going on, man. It was awesome. It was awesome. And I even and then the person I was with, one of her friends, or a person she knew, came by who she didn't like, and instantly when she walked by, she didn't even tell me, I felt like a crazy negative vibe. Like a crazy negative vibe from her. And we were talking to another person that was friends with her, I guess. And when that girl walked by, it was just a crazy negative vibe. And then when we walked off, she's like, oh, I know that girl. She's not a good person. I was like, yeah, I know. She didn't look bad. She didn't look, nothing off looks, man. It was just the vibe of the person. Looks can be so deceiving, man. So deceiving. I mean, it's crazy how judgmental we are on people and the way they look. Really, I think people just need to sharpen their vibes. They need to sharpen their animal instincts. Because, I'm sorry, but you could go up near someone, they could be dressed in a business suit, they could be dressed in a freaking tank top, they could be wearing a cowboy hat, they could be sagging their pants, they could be wearing their pants up to their freaking armpits. They could be dressed however, have tattoos everywhere, or have no tattoos, have scars, don't have scars. You can feel the vibe off of the person. You know what I mean? That dude, I've seen pictures of people, and I'm like, oh, he looks like a pretty fun person. She looks like a pretty fun person. I can just tell. Then you see other pictures of people, you're like, it's not even how they dress or how they look. It's just in their eyes, man. It's in their fucking eyes. You could just see it, like, stay away from them. You know what I mean? Like, it's a real animal instinct, and it's crazy. Think about it. Evolution has taken over. We're so used to cameras now. We're evolutionizing to our cameras and into technology, because it's a big part of our life. We take our phones everywhere. Okay? We take our phones everywhere. Well, back in the day, now that I'm talking about this, I'm just thinking of this. Back in the day, we used to get vibes off people, just seeing them. And we still do. Now that we're seeing pictures of people on phones, dude, we could just tell evolution's taken over digitally. I guarantee you 10 years ago, no one had those vibes. I guarantee you 10 years ago, on a phone, no one could tell on looking at someone's Facebook page. No, I mean, maybe they could tell, because it's a Facebook page, but looking at their picture, they're like, I don't know the person. Nowadays, you look at a Facebook picture, you look into their fucking eyes, you can tell. She's a whore! Nah, you can tell she's a whore on her Facebook, but... or he, sorry, don't discriminate here. Oh, man, stretch. God, dude. I can't wait to get this fitness going on. I'm gonna once I get another mic, I'm gonna definitely have more people from my gym come in, because I got some stars, man, in my gym, dude. I'm lucky. I got some stars, dude, who do some traveling and do some, and they don't even know me, dude. But they're gonna know me, and they're gonna be on this podcast, and they're gonna give me some views, baby, some subscribers. That's what they're gonna give me. But dude, man, see these freaking. I've always had stretch marks. I've always been able to gain shoulders and chest really big, and my back. My traps need work though, because my traps are like. I have no neck, man, so I just never did traps because I just felt like I'd just be like all the time, But dude, I swear to God, see these right here? See these really dark stretch marks? Man, I've done nothing but lift like volume. At the end of my workout, I lift heavy, give and take. I lift heavy, like a 1 rep max almost out of every workout, like a 1 rep. Sorry, I got away from the mic. Out of every workout, like a 1 rep max. But I decided that these next 2 weeks I'm just gonna do reps. Just rep it out. Maybe 2-3 sets of just repping it the fuck out, baby. Repping it. Looks like I'm jerking 2 dicks off. Repping it the fuck out, baby. When I do that, you do that muscle confusion, man. And I tell you what, I was right, dude. Because I did the day before. I did a lot of reps, and I think I just did back and biceps, and I felt it. Like, I was sore. The next day I did like some back and chest, and I pretty much just did upper body in general. And I repped it out with some shoulders. Oh no, I did shoulders. That's what it was. I just did shoulders. My bad. Take that back. I just did shoulders. The next day I did back and chest. I just did shoulders, and I just did repetition, because I haven't done, I've been doing heavy shoulders lately. I just did repetition up the ass, and I got done. And I look, and I have these 2 stretch marks. I'm like, damn! Now, I was right, dude. I switched it up at the right time. I grew. I literally grew in 1 workout. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Watch everyone in the comments. Shut up. You're not that big. You're fat. Shut up. I know more. I'm a kinesiologist. Whatever. Fuck off. Unsubscribe then. No. But, yeah. I can't wait to have someone in the fitness world to come on in and take over. Not take over, be on here. Sorry, I'm running out of juice here. I feel like I had a good story to tell you guys before I left. Oh, I feel like I had a good story. Oh, I did legs today. Legs, abs, and I did a little bit of arms for the podcast. Just a little bit of arms, man. Just a little bit of arms for that podcast. It's called toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity. I think toxic masculinity is a real thing, but I also think toxic femininity is a thing as well. And some of you might argue, but no, I think it's a real thing. I think it is a real thing. I think I would say I don't think I have toxic masculinity. I just think I'm enjoy doing manly things. Because, I'm also feminine in some points. I'm a little sensitive sometimes. But not even just that. I definitely think I have some femininity in me, if I'm saying that right. But I do think that people nowadays, they think being masculine, they look at it as a bad thing. It's not. I mean, just like being feminine isn't a bad thing. It's just who you are, man, But I think social, society, social media has made it toxic masculinity, it's a bad thing. And it's a real thing. You should acknowledge it, but, it's just a bunch of people with little peepees and a bunch of insecurities that, that's all it is. Because, there's people like that who are, overly feminine, and they're just insecure. It's just, that's what it comes down to, honestly. I don't even know if it's toxic masculinity, because you can have a really masculine person or a very feminine person who's very nice, very polite, but like, you could have someone who's masculine and they're just so insecure, so they use that masculinity to be toxic. And same with just being, feminine. Uh, you know, that's where you get the extremes from, people. That's where you get the extremes from. I'm gonna do 5 more minutes just cause. Just cause I'm feeling great. 8 and 8 went through the door. When they came back, they bought a Nintendo 64. Shout out to Miss Land for that. Shout out to Miss Land. Miss Land was my music teacher, man, in elementary school. She was funny. She'd always be doing stuff like that. It'd crack me up, man. And we do the... Dude, we were so white. We were so fucking white. Like, Alright, man, we had the whitest music teacher ever. We were doing the fucking lawnmower. We were doing the... Like, that, if that isn't the most mayonnaise flavored thing in the world, I don't know what the fuck is, because she was funny, though. She always said, you know what's funny? When I was a kid, Burt Reynolds was my fucking hero, man. Burt Reynolds is my hero. His birthday was the other day, his birthday anniversary, and I put a shout out to him because, dude, I always looked up to him, and I always had him as a role model, which is weird, a person my age looking up to Burt Reynolds, but I just always thought he was so cool. He's even my lock screen, man. Look at him. Look at that. Yeah, that's kind of cool, ain't it? It's him with a bunch of chicks with toxic masculinity. Yeah. But, no. I always loved Burt Reynolds. I always loved, my teacher, Miss Lamb, back to what I was saying, she would always say, "You remind me of Burt Reynolds." And it was funny because I totally was mimicking everything he would do, and she noticed it. I thought it was kind of cool that she noticed it. She was such a sweet lady. She was so goofy, though. So goofy. I had a bitchy art teacher. Yeah, shout out Miss Jones. Bitch. Fucking. She's always so rude. Always so rude. I remember one time I made like a little thing for my ma. And I didn't clean up fast enough. She threw it away. Hurt my feelings. Fucking bitch. That's okay. I think so. Well, actually, I think something happened to her. I hope not. I feel bad for calling her a bitch, but whatever. Man, it's such a beautiful day. You know what? The last podcast, it was raining, and and as much as I am enjoying this rainy weather, I still am clinging on to this kind of entering fall, 60-degree, windy, kind of nice breeze, Halloween weather. You know, everything. It's nice because I hate winter, man. I wouldn't say I have seasonal depression, but I do think that my mood changes when winter comes around. But I'd love to move to Colorado just to see what the winters are like. You know, you gotta go where your fears are. You know, so. But yeah, should I cut it short? 2 minutes. I should just stick in for the 45, baby. If you're in here and you already came this far, you might as well finish. I might say something so crazy, I might get canceled. I might get canceled. 3rd episode might get canceled. What? That'd be so cool. Actually, I just, speaking of like the toxic masculinity thing, I really want to talk about that with a guest I'm going to have on here soon. I just hit her up. Weirdly, I hit her up and she hit me up at the same time. And she said, "Oh my God, I just hit it." It was one of those quinky-dink things. But I think we have some views that will probably differ, but I think will probably be similar in some views. And I think she's a very reasonable person. She's a sweetheart. I know her from school. She's a sweetheart for sure. So I think we'll have a good time. And we'll talk about some real stuff. And she just shot me a text and said, I want to leave with changing each other's mindsets. Or hold on, let me read the text, what she said verbatim, because it was so awesome. Because we both leave with new perspectives. Yeah, that's awesome. And that's the kind of people I want on here. I don't mind having an argument, but I don't want, and I might be speaking too soon, knock on wood, I don't want to I don't want to argue to win. I want to have a disagreement to understand. So that way I can understand, they can understand. That's what this country needs, man. That's what this country needs, you know. I'm going to finish up with this because we're at 45 minutes. Back to what I was saying about words. You know, I hear a lot of talk on the internet about America and how we're so terrible. Everyone hates us. Everyone thinks we're terrible. Everyone thinks America's racist. Everyone thinks of this. I do think we need to acknowledge the problems in our country. I do think that we need to acknowledge racism in our country. I do believe we need to acknowledge the system and the corruptness in our country. But back with words, man, the more that we keep saying, and I don't cancel me, guys. Don't cancel me yet. You need to acknowledge this stuff, 110%, 110%. But the more that we keep having the stigma of America just being negative, I don't see how we're going to solve any of our problems doing that. You know, I think that we need to acknowledge them, but I don't think we need to every post, every tweet, just talk. Well, my friends in the UK, they talk crap on America all the time because it's so much better. Guess what, lady, man? Everybody's got problems everywhere, okay? Every country has problems, you know? So, I don't know. Like I said, words mean everything. Let's keep talking positive about our country. Let's acknowledge the negative. Let's fix the negative. And let's move forward. Let's be progressive. But let's not speak too negative about our country. Let's start looking at the positives of what our country has to offer. You know, once again, because everyone likes to cancel each other nowadays, I'm not saying we don't need to look at the negatives and the system and the racism and the bullshit that goes on in our country. We definitely need to acknowledge it to fix it. But we need to look at the positives as well as the negatives, because all these Instagram, Facebook, via text message to your uncle, grandpa, shit. All of that is just talking negative about this country, both left and right, talking bad about this country. Oh, it's going to shit, the liberals are taking over. Oh, it's going to shit, the conservatives are so racist. Dude, stop it. Let's talk positive. Let's think positive. The more we have positive thoughts, the more positive vibes, the more we can move forward and progress in our country. And that's what we need. I'll leave you guys with that. I love you all. I hope you guys have a good one. Man, I used to be a lot more cut. Just kidding. All right. Have a good one. Love you all. Love you all. Shout out to the OG Omar for the mic. Shout out to all y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Go ahead and comment.